What's going on, y'all? Thanks for checking in with Callie. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I greatly appreciate it. So, there's going to be a lot of names swirling in the offseason, as far as trades and, deals being made and offers being thrown out there, But one name that's looming right now is Giannis. And crazy thing is, Giannis just gave Zubac some praise of how good he played this year. And, basically said, he really picked his game up. And Zubac played very well this year. I'm not going to lie. He did. He played over expectations. He over exceeded what probably even people in his own camp thought of him or thought of what he can bring to the team. He stepped up very well. And he even played pretty good in the playoffs, against Jokic. He did probably one of the best jobs on Jokic that you can ask for besides Isaiah Hartenstein on the OKC. But, other than that, Zubac did very good this year. And the crazy thing to all this is getting praise from somebody like Giannis is huge for Zubac's confidence going forward. But the twist and the crazy thing to all this is, to me, Giannis' name came up the other day when I was looking through some sites and looking at some, insight about Giannis' trade, destinations. And the one trade destination that he's looking at the most that I was reading was in LA. Now, of course, the Lakers' name came up as well. Their name is always going to come up because they're the forefront of LA, just because, that's just the Lakers. They've made a name for themselves throughout the years of being a good organization, for years and years and years. So even if the Lakers are down and not playing well, playing like trash, people are always going to talk about the Lakers first. And I get that, but somehow the Clippers' name fell into that category. And the twist to all this is kind of crazy because if the Clippers were to make a trade for Giannis, I'm pretty sure they would give up Zubac. Zubac would be one of the ones they would give up actually to make that trade if it was to go through. Now, like I said, nothing's definite right now. Nothing is, signed on paper or anything like that, of course. So it's kind of all up in the air. But if Giannis's destination is to be in LA or California out here, then the Clippers have a chance. Especially if he's speaking on one of the players and, getting into any conversations on X about the Clippers or any player on the Clippers. And you never know. You just never know. And like I said, his name came up in regards to the Clippers, the possibility. So it's going to really depend on what the Clippers decide to offer, I should say, to the Milwaukee Bucks. But I'm pretty sure Zubac would be a part of that package that they will want back if they're going to let Giannis go or, let his contract, let you trade for him, however the case may be. I'm pretty sure Zubac is one of the names they will want. Probably him, Norman Powell, and maybe some future 2026, 27 picks, something like that, for Giannis. I mean, honestly, if I were the Clippers, I would probably go. I would take that deal. If that deal presented itself and that was something that the Bucks would be willing to go with, I would take that deal any day. I like the way Zubac played last year. Don't get me wrong. But if you have the opportunity to have a Giannis with a Kawhi and James Harden, that would be a hell of a trio. Because now James Harden he can flop in game 6 and game 7s because you got somebody like Giannis who's going to give you 20, 30 points in damn near every game, along with Kawhi Leonard, guaranteed. So the 16, 17 points or whatever that James Harden might score in the games being the third option, he can do that because now he has a big man in Giannis that he can really play the pick and roll with even more, and he'll get a lot more wide open shots just because of who Giannis is and because Kawhi is out there too. So, that would make them very, very vulnerable if they did make this trade. Of course, everybody be healthy is the main thing. But regardless of that, still, that would be awesome if they was able to make this trade. Now, history's now on the Clippers side when it comes to this, because Clippers can't lure a lot of big names there. The biggest name they've ever lured to the Los Angeles Clippers or ever got to come there was Kawhi Leonard, if you ask me. So if they can get another superstar there Somebody who's still in their prime, who's still got a lot of good years left, and somebody who's actually, won a championship like Giannis, even though I'm not the biggest fan of Giannis. I mean, I still give him credit. He's won a championship. He's been in the league a long time, and he's dominated for a while, too. He was looked at as the best player of the league for 1 or 2 seasons there. So we give him that credit, and he's still a dominant player. So, I mean, the point being is I'm pretty sure he wouldn't mind playing with Kawhi Leonard either, because he knows how good Kawhi is. He's played against him before. He's seen how great Kawhi is in those playoffs in 2019 when Kawhi won the championship and everybody was picking the Bucks to go to the finals against the Golden State Warriors and possibly win a championship. So with that being said, I'm pretty sure it's ran across Giannis's mind, especially if he's speaking about Zubac and giving players praise on the Clippers and things like that. I'm pretty sure it's crossing his mind, and I'm pretty sure he'd be fine with either LA team. But of course, going to the Clippers would be better, I think, for him. Because being caught up in that mess with the Los Angeles Lakers with Luka and, LeBron and all that the drama that goes into that, if they don't play well, if they don't win, and, you take all the blame if you lose because LeBron's not going to take any. It's just so much, swirling around that team. I just think that Giannis doesn't need that. He really doesn't. He just needs to go somewhere and hoop, put his head down, and win. That's what he wants to do. You know what I mean? And not worry about all the rest. And I think he would get more of that, environment with the Clippers, especially. So, I mean, I like what Zubac did, but if they wanted to trade Zubac for, Giannis and maybe 1 or 2 other players, like I said, or Norman Powell, and maybe you can even throw in, I don't know, one of the young players off the bench. I'm not sure. I don't know, whoever. And maybe a couple future picks. I mean, I'd be all for it. But leave any comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think about it, and we'll talk about it.